Hi, we are the Generative Design AR team, and here is our final video for the project. Our team member includes Kaya Yu, Xingyi Zhou, and Sarah Khan. Generative design is an innovative, iterative design process that integrates algorithms to optimize the outcome. With the majority of generative design software in the area of conventional design environment, the need of implementing generative design in the immersive environment, especially augmented reality, also known as AR, is rapidly increasing. Our project is to design the user interface for generative design software in AR to help designers interact with the software graphically. With the user interface, designers can view their design constraints and requirements in a more visualizing and graphical manner. Our design of a 3D user interface system of generative design software in the AR environment is based on a customed 3D space with a virtual horizontal plane as the ground. Users can select from the list of objects and planes that they want to put into the space and add constraints on them by interacting with the UI. With the analysis of the graphical position of objects and planes in the space, real-time design constraints will be generated automatically, and they can be exported into a CSV file for future integration with other software or backend functions. With our new UI, the designers can avoid the trouble of changing to another scene for adding and deleting constraints, as well as viewing the current constraints in a graphical way instead of getting feedback after the final generation of solution based on the whole constraint list. And here is our project demo.
This is the initial user interface when entering the system. In the object list, we have wall and floor, we have desk and chair, clock, and window. Say that we want to put a clock on the wall. We can first create a wall, then put a clock onto the wall. Now that if we click the Generate button, the constraint that the clock is attached to the vertical plane will be automatically generated. Then we can put a window onto the wall and maybe a desk on the floor. If we further want the clock to be aligned with the window, we can enter into the move mode and move the clock. If the system detects the two objects are aligned on the x-axis, it will ask whether you want to add this constraint or not. If we want to see all the constraints related to this clock, we click on it, then click on the Show Constraint button. We can see there are 3 constraints on this clock. That is, attached to vertical plane, on the same vertical plane with window, and align X with window. Now, if we are satisfied with the current constraints, we can click on the Generate button to see the overall constraint list. That is, window and clock are attached to vertical plane, desk is attached to horizontal plane, window and clock are on the same vertical plane, and window and clock are aligned on X. Finally, we can export the constraint as a CSV file, which could be used later on as the input for a generative design software. That's all for the demo. Thank you.